Here,
And
let's keep it on the boxing and the Zuffa. Let's talk about that.
okay,
Dana
boxing and
White.
Zuffa, right? You said recently Dana's gonna have to make stars with his boxers by using you guys.
You remember Dana like this? Welcome, Carter, McGregor. Like, no, we
I
ain't never,
remember.
boy, we ain't never gonna see Dana that hype ever
No,
again in
I feel
life.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
People also
Because
saying Ronda Rousey could be Floyd Mayweather back
they
then.
did. They did. They really believe that stuff. But at the end of the day, I understand that, when you got a lot of guys from the MMA space that went into boxing, everybody got spunked around. Everybody got spunked around. So when we create this, realm where now you have us all working together, because anybody that's under that TKO, you know what I'm saying, them three letters, we all work together, right? From the boxing, WWE, and the UFC. Now we get to all engage in combat with one another, right? So I can switch over and do WWE. I can switch over, possibly, right, to do boxing. But if they want to create boxings to become stars, they will have to use their UFC athletes. I don't care what nobody
Nah.
say.
Dana got asked that at the press conference, so it's good timing that we clipped that off the day
Yeah.
that we did. But Dana says basically, fuck no.
My question's for Dana. Joaquin Buckley recently said if Zuffa wants to create stars, they're gonna have to use their UFC fighters in order to do so. Do you think there's any truth to that? And also, maybe could we see any UFC fighters face
I
boxers?
think there's going to be a lot of shit talking both ways in this thing. We're going to have to use UFC fighters to create stars. I don't know, man.
Could we see UFC
What does that
fighters?
mean?
I think what he's saying is that he wants UFC fighters to face boxers in Zuffa boxing.
That I do not want.
Okay.
I didn't want that when I wasn't involved in boxing, and I definitely don't want it now.
And he's been like that for a minute.
100%.
So, you got a response to Dana again or what?
I definitely got a response for him. Why not? Why not? Right? Like, it's not a bad idea. It's not stupid, as he mentioned, right? Or it doesn't make sense. Like, it makes perfect sense. You see what RAF is doing right now and trying to help build their wrestlers, right? They bringing in people like myself, Bilal Muhammad, Armin, Sarukian, right? And allowing us to wrestle their athletes to help build a bigger brand, right? To bring the UFC fans in and watch. And I truly believe that we got guys in the UFC that are just as talented as the boxers that they might have at Zuffa Boxing. So it's not going to be just a one-sided affair, right? Where you got these boxers just pretty much demolishing, you know what I'm saying, MMA guys. Because even with Jake Paul, using him as an example, and I don't even see Jake Paul being the best boxer, right? But you see him knock out Tyron Woodley. You see him drop Anderson Silva. You see him drop Diaz, right? And knock out Ben Askren, right? Yes, he did those things. But at the end of the day, these guys, in my personal opinion, aren't the people that I would choose, right, to go out there and box. Guys that I would look at that could do a great job is a Pereira, right? Ilya Topuria. What's another good name that I can give? Oh yeah, a Jared Cannonier could do a great job at boxing. Jalen Turner could do a good job at boxing. JDM could do a good job at boxing, right? If you're talking about just the pure art of hand combat, right? And with myself, just understanding like the skill sets that certain guys must possess, whether that's with, hand combinations or whether that's with the footwork, right? Yes, there are a lot of MMA guys that would not do a good job, but you can't say nobody. You can't say nobody. And I truly believe the names that I mentioned could possibly get wins in the Zuffa boxing promotion, truthfully.
Okay. And why do you think you might have already given that answer, but sorry if I missed it. But why do you think Dana is like against it? Like, what would be the problem? Like, what do you think is his red flag and like not wanting to and being opposed to it?
That question gonna have to be asked to Dana, right?
Because I don't know an idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, even if I had an idea, it don't make it right? Don't make it.
But what would be your speculation if you have one?
If I had one, right? I just truly believe that Dana believes, right, with I can't even say money. I truly believe that he wants fighters to remain where they are, right? He don't want guys bouncing around from, doing boxing and doing wrestling. Like, if you're a UFC fighter, you should be doing UFC. If you're a boxer, you should be doing boxing. If you're a wrestler, you should be doing wrestling. So as a right there, like, I believe that he feels as if athletes in the combat field should remain where they are, right?
Not
And
take damage elsewhere.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know, and that'd be my opinion. But you know, only Dana can answer that a little bit more deeper, which I would love for somebody to ask him that question. You know what I'm saying? Why would you not allow UFC fighters to come into the boxing space where they can help and not hurt the promotion?
Hmm. And I guess last thing on this topic would be like, do you think he would be opposed to? I mean, I guess he probably would be because he'd rather you guys take the damage in the UFC where you're originally signed. But I mean, yeah, it would be kind of fun to see maybe like you versus another UFC fighter in Zuffa boxing or something. But
Right. And if
yeah.
even if you don't want to make it like that, which I understand it, like, well, if I got two of my UFC fighters boxing, why can I just not have them in the UFC doing that?
Hmm.
Right.
I get it.
So okay, let me get back into right. Look, let me prove to Dana that I can box, right? Because a lot of people don't understand that when you're boxing competitively, right, the sparring is the same, is exact same, right? The only thing that changed is the size of the gloves, right? Or if you got hit here, you know. But other than that, the skills and the techniques that you're doing and that you are pretty much expressing out there in sparring is the same thing that you will reflect in the competition. And I'm gonna shout this out right now. The one that is on the main event, Callum Walsh, I love to get some work in with you, buddy. Right? Right after you win your fight, I do believe that he's gonna win this upcoming weekend. Let's get some work in, right? And let me show Dana, who this guy that he's been able to promote this whole time, which is Caleb, that I can work with him too, and that you know he's not as great as he likes to portray. And I truly believe that I'm a better boxer than him.
When you say get work in, you mean like spar each
Sparring.
other?
Yep. Spar.
Okay.
Yep.
Like legit at the PI or something?
That'd be dope. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like a real, like something where you could do it in front of Dana or something like that.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and
Yeah.
we don't have to broadcast it to the world. We just get some work in. At the end of the day, it's all good work.